There's always like a Harry Styles, you know, in One Direction, or a Beyonce in Destiny's Child. You could argue I am that of the Sidemen.
I mentioned the Sidemen boys. I'm going to get more subscribers than Sidemen, and I'm also going to get more views.
KSI suddenly stepped away from the Sidemen only a couple of months ago, and now there are already questions about whether he's starting to second-guess that move. His exit appeared to catch plenty of people off guard, the backlash came in heavy, and the numbers since then have only added more pressure to the situation. What looked like a bold new chapter might not be playing out the way he expected. And even 2 months later, it's still hard to tell whether KSI is completely comfortable with how everything went down. So we need to break down exactly what's happened since his departure and why people think regret could be creeping in.
The news that has just been dropped, I didn't know that video was going out now, so I'm expecting a lot of people to just ask me about it.
According to KSI, the decision was mainly about needing more time for himself. That's probably at least part of the story, because KSI really does have a packed schedule. But people also noticed how convenient the timing looked, with his exit coming right after one of the biggest viewing days his own channel had ever seen. That definitely raised some eyebrows. And the timing wasn't even the only thing people had an issue with. He didn't give the rest of the group a proper heads up. He basically just dropped the news on them.
There's always like a Harry Styles, you know, in One Direction, or a Beyonce in Destiny's Child. You could argue I am that of the Sidemen.
You are.
But that's just because, you know, I've done more things.
Of course.
Like, you know, publicly, or just, you know, with the boxing, done stuff in America, etc. Like,
do you see yourself as the leader of the Sidemen?
No.
No, you don't.
I'd say we're all equal.
And that seems to be the real issue sitting underneath most of the backlash. It wasn't simply that KSI decided to leave. People were more shocked by how it happened, after 6 other guys had spent more than a decade building the Sidemen alongside him, only to apparently find out without much warning. Comparing yourself on a podcast to one of the most successful people ever to walk away from a group takes a wild level of confidence. And KSI wasn't done talking either. He kept going, making the whole situation even more interesting. Telling one of your closest friends that you can do what MrBeast does, and do it even bigger, is a seriously bold claim, even by KSI's standards. But Vicstar's response made the moment even more interesting.
Just all of them. Like, why the fuck's he gonna do that moving forward? Like, why is he gonna do it? In business, it's not how business works. So, sooner rather than later, like, he had to do this if he wants to elevate. It doesn't fucking make sense to be carrying 6 man. I do rate a couple of them. Well, to be honest, I rate one of them. So I'm not actually throwing shade on them like that. But, like, realistically, business-wise, KSI's carrying them. So why the fuck's he going to invest his time like that just carrying people for no reason?
He wished KSI well, but he didn't exactly sound like he was backing that comparison. And people online clocked that same awkward energy almost immediately. Getting told that your brand new solo direction looks like you're following someone else's playbook just days after leaving your own group to chase a personal vision probably wasn't the reaction KSI wanted. That comparison hit especially hard given everything he'd just said about going his own way. And some viewers online took their criticism even further. Whether it's fair to say KSI left his friends just to chase more views is another question, but that's genuinely how plenty of people online read the situation, and that narrative stuck around.
I look at Jimmy and I go, bro, I can do what he does and better and more. I can though. It's true though.
Bro, he's built a 500-person team of
yes,
killers.
I know, but I can do that as well. And bro, no, but I'm talking about him himself.
I love the optimism.
He's a host, but I can also be more than just a host. Like, I can be a person that gets involved with YouTube. I can show more personality. I can get 100 million without having to be a robot.
I invite you to do it, and I will enjoy watching.
Okay.
But I think it's an incredible challenge, and I think what he's done is actually super impressive. And
no, of course, no, I'm not trying to shit on him.
No, but I think it's impossible to replicate.
Part of the reason it gained traction comes from KSI's own confidence about his position, especially when it comes to where he believes he ranks compared with other massive creators. Getting hit with that answer on a podcast right in front of an audience seemed to sting KSI more than he wanted to show. And that moment matters because the recent numbers don't exactly match the massive confidence he was showing. KSI's last 3 videos have averaged around 1.2 million views, while the Sidemen, without him appearing in any of those videos, have averaged roughly 4.37 million, almost 4 times as much.
So this is what the Sidemen were holding KSI back from. Yeah, you can see in his eyes that he is exactly where he wants to be in life. No, he's not that old, but is this the YouTube equivalent of like a midlife crisis? Sidemen aren't really my thing, okay? I don't really care. I know people are super into them though. The main appeal of this group, as far as I'm aware, is that they're really relatable. They're like a relatable group of mates. They're all really successful content creators, but they're a relatable group of mates that have got great chemistry and they have a laugh together. That's what makes them click as a group. That's what's made them so successful. KSI has walked away from that incredibly relatable brand that could seemingly go on forever because he wants to be more like Mr. Beast. He literally said so himself. He said he wants to compete with Mr. Beast. Guy who gets 4 billion views a month but has no fan base. Guy who literally just works the algorithm to produce the highest numerical result possible and whose name is synonymous with slop. Human brand whose corporatizing impact on content creation as an industry has birthed the term the Mr. Beastification of various things as a negative. KSI is trying to be Mr. Beast at a time where everyone is kind of sick of Mr. Beast. This overstimulating, oversaturated, numbers above everything style of content, this corporate slop, entertains very small babies.
Then there's the Mr. Beast comparison. His last 3 videos averaged around 67 million views, which is close to 60 times what KSI has recently been pulling on his own channel. Laying out a plan to overtake Speed and eventually challenge Mr. Beast, while your own numbers are slipping compared with the group you just walked away from, is a pretty rough look. To be fair, the Sidemen also saw a brief dip after KSI left, but their views quickly climbed back up. And there's another stat making the situation even more awkward. Mini Minter's solo channel has already pulled more views than KSI's main channel over the same stretch. Putting 18 million next to $500 million isn't exactly a close race, no matter how friendly that whole exchange might have been. But the bigger issue here isn't even the massive gap in numbers. It's what could be driving that gap behind the scenes.
These are some serious views. 7.6. Like, he's genuinely by himself getting views to rival that channel. Like, and obviously as well, like, he's got, did you see this? 10 mil, I swear that was on more. Oh no, this 83 mil on a $1 versus 50,000 katana. That's crazy. Like, in my opinion, he's got his sight set on YouTube and he's just going like, I want to be that type of creator, like, go global. And he said it on the pod, didn't he? Like, I want to go that big with personality as well. I think he could do it. Like, he's got the talent, the funds.
It's hard to outcompete someone who says profit isn't even the main goal. Mr. Beast has claimed that some of his videos lose more than $1 million, while KSI is trying to outview a creator willing to pour huge amounts of cash straight back into content. That's a completely different game financially. And around the same time, KSI also started shifting the conversation toward another angle, the stats. Posting that stats don't matter to you right after people connected your Sidemen exit with chasing bigger numbers is the kind of contradiction viewers are going to clock immediately. And Chunks wasn't letting the wider argument slide either. He pushed back hard against KSI's claim that being part of a YouTube group can hold creators back, bringing another voice straight into the debate.
Who do you think's more famous, me or Speed?
Speed, mate.
You're
Sorry.
mental, bro.
I'm sorry. Speed, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to compete with Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
He gets about 4 billion every month in shorts and about 600 million long form. I mentioned the Sidemen boys. I'm going to get more subscribers than Sidemen, and I'm also going to get more views. I've got more views than Sidemen in a month, so now I just need to get more subscribers. And then it's like, all right, cool. I'm looking at Speed now. I need to try and get more views than Speed. Yeah. And I need to get more. Yeah. And then after Speed, who's next? Yeah. Until I get to Jimmy.
Getting challenged by the exact kind of successful group creator that KSI's own theory should apply to definitely puts that argument under pressure. And the deeper KSI gets into this new solo chapter, the more people are questioning whether his actual content matches the vision he originally laid out when explaining why he wanted to go his own way. KSI said he wanted to become a personality-driven creator, not a robot, and definitely not another Mr. Beast copy. But as this solo run keeps unfolding, some viewers think the content is starting to look surprisingly close to the exact style he said he wanted to avoid.
Hey, yo, Jimmy.
Oh, how's it going?
How many subscribers you on?
We just hit 500 million. How about you?
Half a billion.
Yeah, subs. But how many subs are you on?
18.4 million.
Oh, well, you'll get there. Just stick at it. How much is the bill? £83. Thank you.
I'm gonna get there.
Even some of KSI's own friends have pointed out that same gap between what he originally said and what he's actually doing now. And when that contradiction gets put to him directly, he doesn't seem to have a simple answer ready. Then, weeks later, KSI finally spoke about the huge reaction surrounding his Sidemen exit, and that's where he started revealing just how difficult the decision had been for him. That's about as close to a direct admission as you're going to get. KSI clearly wasn't prepared for just how intense the reaction would become, and by his own telling, there was at least a moment when he considered reversing the decision entirely. He joked about it straight afterward, but that doesn't erase what he just admitted. The thought of going back had crossed his mind. Then there's the content itself.
I don't have to do brand deals anymore. I don't like having to promote other companies, but I also like making the best videos possible.
Right.
And my videos don't make money. Yeah. Even when I do a brand deal on a video, I still lose money. I lose like over $1 million a video, and I have to supplement it through like gaming or reacts or through other means. And it's like, I don't make money. I'm constantly stressed about money nonstop. And it's like, people are always like, well, just don't spend $4 million on a video. And I'm like, why would I not do that?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, because it's stressful. And like, maybe if you spent 2.5, you'd be fine. I'm like, yeah, but then I don't get to do what I want to do.
KSI said he wanted to lean into personality-driven videos rather than becoming another MrBeast-style creator. Yet that vision still doesn't seem to be fully showing up. A lot of what he's releasing now appears designed for broad international appeal, with concepts that can cross language barriers and formats built to keep viewers watching. That strategy can absolutely work, but it's noticeably different from putting personality front and center, and that's where the bigger lesson starts to show.
I'm the guy that going, we need to make a change. We need to make a change. Let's do something. Let's switch it up. And then everyone's pointing at me, being like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and of course, say no more. Then I'm gonna do my own thing, which you have done.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, so then how could you come in here and say,
like, even the fans are there like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so
and I'm like, oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, because that's what they like, but that's your core fan base.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, so then now I hope you can understand as to why we've decided to do this structure.
I get it.
Because we're actually dropping heat.
Quality over quantity. Yeah, I get it. I don't know. Like I've always pushed the guys, and I'm sure they're gonna be sick of this, me saying this, but I've always pushed them saying like, we should be a global entity.
100%.
We should be huge. Some of the guys just don't care for that though.
Yeah.
Some of the guys are
it's
just
comfortability though, bro.
Happy to be comfortable.
But okay, in terms of your group, is it like a democracy where it's 4 votes?
4 votes. Yeah. Which is fair.
Yeah, it's fair. But you're saying to me that it's 6v1.
No.
Some people
Simon's on my end.
Okay.
Simon's on my side.
Okay.
And Vic, to a certain degree, is on my side.
Okay. Fair play.
Yeah.
So then you just have to convince the others, because guys, we want to see top quality videos.
Well, that's it. But I mean, that's why. That's why. With my own channel, I'm going ham.
Yeah, no,
I'm going ham and showing everyone like it can be done. Yeah. And then eventually when I do get the results,
then show them.
Then I can then go to Josh and go, look, bro.
Yeah.
The controversy isn't only about KSI choosing to leave the Sidemen, it's also about how that exit was handled, what he promised would come next, and whether the moves since then actually line up with those promises.
I think Tommy probably wins on points. Tommy's jab is too good to cover.
Yeah, but that's how I'm going to counter him. He's got a very good jab that's beautiful for counters.
Because I think he scored Jay.
Yeah, he did.
And I think if that's the end goal, then we should just leave where it is.
I'd say I'll knock him out round 6. Round 6.
And you know what, if you do, I would, listen, you already know.
I know the dog.
Listen, he beat Logan, I got the W, so.
Saying you stepped away for more balance and family time, then almost immediately talking about plans to outview 3 of the biggest creators on the planet sends 2 completely different messages back to back. Maybe both goals can exist at the same time, but when they're presented like that, people are naturally going to clock the contradiction and question what the real priority actually is. Getting dragged across the internet over your own explanation is a lot to deal with, especially while saying you're genuinely happy for the group that appears to be doing just fine without you.
Look at a $50,000 katana cut through. Apple. Sweet. Red or blue? Oh, what's it gonna be? Oh my god. 5 layers. 25 layers. This is still not holding me up. 50 layers. Still don't think this is gonna work. Oh my god. Was that an octopus? What was that? Mate. I think it's an octopus.
The Sidemen headed to America shortly after KSI left, and by the recent numbers, the group certainly hasn't fallen apart without him. But there's an important difference between JJ the person and KSI the brand.
Like, I can be a person that gets involved with YouTubes. I can show more personality. I can get
the only issue
more
I heard
involved.
this right. Apparently, he doesn't want to have too much personality in his videos because the second you have too much personality, you put off other people. There's certain people that won't like you.
I want to be the guy that can get 100 million without having to be a robot.
But that's
Okay, I'm very excited to see it.
Okay.
I implore you to do it.
Yeah, I invite you to do it, and I will enjoy watching.
Okay.
But I think it's an incredible challenge, and I think what he's done is actually super impressive. And
no, of course, no. I'm not trying to shit on him.
But I think it's impossible to replicate as a personality-driven channel or creator.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think they're two different boxes.
But
These are two different boxes.
Proving people wrong.
Yeah, I know you do, and I hope you do, and I hope you do. And
I want you to.
I look forward to bumping your channel up and seeing 100 million views on a video. I look forward to it.
Whatever people think about this decision, KSI has been one of the biggest names to come out of the UK YouTube scene over the past decade, and his success has helped open doors and bring attention to plenty of creators around him.
Internet's reaction to you leaving was what you expected it would be, or is it worse?
I knew it would be bad.
Yeah.
But holy fuck. Holy. Bo, I was not ready for the heat.
Yeah.
It was insane.
I was going nuts in my burner, bro.
Yeah. No, bro, it was bad, bro. I was there like in all corners of the internet. I was getting destroyed. I was there like, man, this.
You know,
there's part of me thinking like, shit, maybe I should go back.
Are you not? It was a joke.
No, I'm
Please
sorry,
let me
guys.
back
My
in,
bad.
boys.
Yeah. Hey, yo, let me in.
Right now, though, the numbers, the backlash, and KSI's own comments about briefly considering going back have given viewers plenty of reasons to wonder whether he's completely at peace with the decision. That doesn't prove he regrets leaving, but it definitely makes the situation more complicated than the confident exit originally suggested.
Somewhere along the way, I started losing the balance of my own life. I found it hard to make enough time for myself. I definitely found it hard to find time for my family. I found it hard to make time for the people I love.
So here's the real question. Has KSI genuinely moved past that moment of regret, or is he simply too deep into this new chapter to admit those doubts again?
It's we're getting by now, man.
That's what it is. Slow and steady.
It's still there, but I'm just.
Because I couldn't imagine like all that shit kicks off and you're like, oh, okay, fine, I'll take my mind off it. Let me just doom scroll.
I would.
Oh wait.
What it was, bro? My doom scroll was just me. Getting shit on repeatedly.
I wonder if anyone's still like thinking like, nah, when's this forfeit shit gonna be done?
Oh my god, the amount of people that were messaging going, oh, is it a forfeit? Yeah,
that was fucking me off.
And I was there like, you guys, come on, lock in.
I had
bro.
people in my apartment building stopping me from getting in the lift. Like, can you tell me to change this shit? Sure. I was like, bro, I just picked
I was at the pub
up
up north. Like, did he actually leave? I was like, yeah.
Anywhere and everywhere in the street.
You're not gonna work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am happy for the boys. Like, if anything, I feel like they're performing better without me.
Bro, you left. They went did America trip. They're killing it. They're killing it. Shout out to them.
I'm like, shit, bro. Maybe I was holding them back.
Drop your take in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.